All right, so One Piece episode 769. Now, this episode had way more potential than what was portrayed. Like this episode could have been like a a 9 out of 10 if some of the things were done correct in this episode. Now, first of all, episode starts off the usual 6 minutes in, um, and then we go into Luffy and Zoro in Law of Disappointment and Rise Up. But this is after we've seen the whole ending of the last episode. So we basically see the whole crew. I mean, by the whole crew, I mean Luffy, Chopper, Frankie, Usopp, even Zoro and Law. They basically have high expectations for Rizo and him being a ninja, and what Rizo's shown so far disappointed them. And these guys were let me mention that these guys were asking for some ridiculous thing. Like Usopp was asking to summon a frog. Chopper was asking to meditate under a waterfall. Zoro was asking to hide in the ceiling and get impaled by a spear. These guys are asking for some ridiculous things. But Rizo eventually succumbs to showing them a trick because in the end of it, they're all guys, and supposedly all guys thinks ninjas are cool. And this made Rizo blush. So he eventually showed them some shadow clone jutsu and some. I think he used a smoke bomb, if you want to call that uh, a separate from besides the shadow clone. Then we go into the poneglyph. Now this is where the episode should have, and could have been better, but they decide to not show us anything. I think we got about a minute in total of everything that we've seen about the red poneglyph. And note that Robin noticed the Kozuki clan's mark um, on the back wall of the tree, and Dogstorm said that's been there for like centuries. And then we go into Dogstorm and Cat Viper mentioning to Robin about O'Hara, and then we go into the flashback where it's the same old flashback. We didn't see anything new besides how Robin used to use her powers to sneak books and read through the wall, and how she noticed the Poneglyph. That's it. Other than that, we got the same old O'Hara being destroyed, Robin escaping on the ice path, same old, same old. Which we could have do without. And the looks on Cat Viper and Dogstorm's face, it definitely tells me that they know something. They know something that we don't. So yeah. Um, and for a long time, we haven't seen Robin this happy. Like she literally smiled and was joyous about having the opportunity to read this poneglyph. And I remember uh, way back when I first started watching One Piece, like years ago, learning about the poneglyphs. Like each and every time you come across a poneglyph, we as watchers would be excited to learn what was on it. And this episode, it kind of did that, but it kind of didn't by cutting it short. Like if this full episode would have been focused on it, this would have been an epic episode. It had the potential, but they just didn't do it. They just didn't do it. Then we go into Hokiyama Kanjuro and Luffy those heading outside of the whale tree, and they basically have a view of over Zoe, and the two ninjas basically see how Zoe, the three of them, see how Zoe is in shambles, and they basically breaks down in tears and says that they're gonna do everything to make it right, and the Zoe people basically put everything on the line to protect Raizo, so you can understand why he feels that way. And then we go in to see a flashback of Zoe, how Riser said when he first arrived it was beautiful. It wasn't in shambles like it is now. And correct me if I'm wrong, but those were the same exact scenes. Not all of them, but some of them were the same exact scenes that we seen a couple episodes ago. Before when we were getting notice of when Jax first arrived on the island. So yeah. But either ways, we go back to the poneglyph where Dog and Catstorm said that this particular poneglyph is sacred. That's why them as guardians, Cat Viper and Dogstorms, were supposed to be there to protect it. And the information that they're getting now, they weren't going to find out until they reached the end of the Grand Line, which is when you collect the 4 red poneglyphs, it maps out, and there's a certain location which all the 4 locations intersect, and that's apparently where you find Rafto. So, yeah, that's basically what episode cuts off. And Robin basically gives what she read on Poneglyph to Nami to basically interpret it into the nautical map. And that's basically the episode. Basically it. The episode, like I said, the episode could have been a way more better. I look forward to this episode. And I was up last night waiting to watch this episode. Good thing I ended up watching a movie, but good thing I didn't look forward to this. The next episode, I want to say look forward to it, but I don't want to get my hopes up and then it's down, because I know it's not going to be like in the manga where Jack goes to save Doflamingo, but not going to do any spoilers. But that's what we saw in the preview. But yeah, it does look like an interesting episode again. Maybe it's some bullshit like how this episode was. But other than that, that was this episode. This episode had a lot of potential to be way more better. Like, I'm talking a lot more better. But other than that, that's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like the video if you did, dislike it if you didn't. Again, let me know in the comment section why. And thanks for watching.